one of the most famous dirt tracks in the world. I love dirt racing.
Let's do it in the dirt, boys! I'm really impressed with the way these guys are looking for a place to race.
That high groove is still the hot ticket.
Whoa, look at that, man. How do you do that? Oh, no.
Oh, Kenny Wallace gets into the wall. Look at Stewart packing down in there. He's going to get two in one whack.
All right, go to the bottom big time.
Whoa, Newman. And Newman just drove her down in there. He'll slide up in front of him.
Look at this, guys. 5 cars.
Loving it. Yes, sir. I'm telling you, everybody's on their feet here.
Nestled between two tiny towns in southwestern Ohio sits the Eldora Speedway, a half-mile dirt bull ring where tonight 20,000 plus fans are here to watch the All-Stars take it to the dirt for a lot of great charities. 4 children's hospitals. Matt Yoakum alongside probably the man who has more hats here tonight than anybody, Tony Stewart, track promoter. You're a dirt late model owner, and also you're a driver going for another win here at Eldora. A great crowd and a great lineup of drivers.
Yeah, we have a perfect day. We had a lot of weather last night, but the guys at Eldora here did a great job getting the track ready, and probably got one of the most diverse groups of drivers that we've ever had here. So it's already been, we've had one set of hot laps, and it's already been fun to watch these guys.
And out on track, we are qualifying, and that is Kenny Schrader, and he is on it. Our qualifying brought to you by Oakley.
It will be the fastest of 2 laps. You get 2 laps around this half-mile dirt track.
16.52 seconds on lap 1.
He's good, and Kenny's really good down here in 3 and 4. I like the way he's getting through here, but he seems to be losing most of his time in 1 and 2, not getting through that end of the speedway quite as good.
Second lap better, 16.31 seconds. Steve Letarte.
Well, I was just reliving Pocono here with Matt Kenseth and that exciting finish to that race. But how about here at Eldora? What do you think about tonight?
This is going to be fun. I mean, it's always a lot of fun to come here. I've never ran much on dirt tracks, so I always look forward to it every year. I always learn something every year and enjoy working with these guys and trying to learn, where their grip is on the track and stuff like that. So I think this is going to be a lot more fun than we had at Pocono on Sunday for us.
Yeah, that exciting was definitely, finishing that race was definitely exciting, but I'm sure this is going to be a good one here too. How about you, Marty?
All right, thank you, Steve. As we're looking at Ray Evernham out there, this is his 4th time here. His best finish 16th back in 2008.
He's not bashful about driving it down in the corner, but it just won't go through the middle or off the corner.
He's losing a bunch of time. He just doesn't look like it wants to turn too good for him. Needs more stagger.
17.14 seconds. That was his best time. Carl Edwards quickly out on track now in the 99 as they got their situation hopefully solved.
Car really pushed for him. Car is tight. Won't turn. He's really bad off the 2 over there.
Has to just stop it in the middle of the corner. Now, Carl is the last guy that didn't name Tony to win this Prelude. Did it back in 2007.
That was a great race. I love that race.
17.14 seconds, the first lap.
I don't think this thing's still running right either. This looks way tight.
They're going to have some work to do. He does pick it up on lap 2, 16.82 seconds.
Not sure that carburetor change helped his engine problem. Plus, the car just wouldn't turn through the corner.
You see what that translates to on your screen? 106.9 miles an hour. Remember, we're on a half-mile dirt oval, 24-degree banking.
And it actually has a little bit of progressive banking to it. The higher you go up the racetrack, the more it gains some banking.
Here we go.
24 of Jeff Gordon. This will be his 3rd trip to the Prelude. Interesting view out the side of the car.
Real slow off the exit of the corner, especially off turn 2.
Yeah, this track, Larry, has lost a lot of its grip that these boys had early in the first practice session. It's going to be a pretty slow lap, I'm afraid.
17.24, it was slow.
It's just really slow right there up off of 2. The car bogs down almost. Here Jeff working the throttle. This may be a little quicker for him. I think it will be.
Yeah, he gets off 3 and 4 a little better.
Yeah, picks it up to 16.63, but that's still 3/10 behind Kenny Schrader, who's #1 right now. Matt Yoakum.
Marty, a lot of work going on. The 47 machine of Marcos Ambrose. What's wrong?
Well, we're having a good night. Unfortunately, the front brakes locked on. So we just net to the right for the second practice. The left still was locked on. So we've got a problem somewhere. We're just going to be in a race against the clock now to change the master cylinders. Hopefully we can fix it.
All right, go ahead and get in the car. He's going to test the brakes here in a second. And he told me one of the biggest issues he had, he lost a lot of quality track time trying to diagnose his brake issue, buddy.
Yeah, Marcos is not real, shall we say, stellar on the dirt. He doesn't have a lot of experience. This guy does. Clint Boyer, his first lap was good enough to take over the top spot, and his first lap was actually his best lap, 16.07 seconds.
I know where that saying, drive it like you stole it, came from now. It came from dirt track racing. Because that was Clint Boyer right there, man. He drove that thing like he stole it.
So he is currently sitting on point with 5 cars taking official lap times. A.J. Allmendinger now out on track and making his second appearance here in the Prelude, 22nd in his finish last year.
You know, one point I think we need to make, our main event tonight is a 30-lap feature. This qualifying is setting the field for those 3 heat races. The heat races will dictate how the 30-lap feature starts. Good
point, Larry. And as you can see, A.J. coming around for the checkered flag. His first lap was 16.73 seconds, and his second lap 0.05 slower. So he is in the number 4 spot behind Jeff Gordon and ahead of Carl Edwards. Drag racer Cruz Pedregon, 2-time funny car champion, on track right now. He's in jeopardy of not making the countdown to 1 in NHRA competition. He's 12th in points, and they only take the top 10, so he's got a lot on his plate.
And not many races to go either, is it, Marty?
No, not very many at all. But Cruz right now doing very well, jumps up to the 3rd spot right now with a 16.52 second lap.
And he's doing it, you know, he doesn't like Boyer, who looked like he was about to wreck. Cruz is pretty smooth around here.
Car goes through the middle of the corner pretty good. Cruz was actually pretty quick in practice earlier.
Second lap slower, 16.60 seconds. So the 52 that he ran on the first lap puts him 3rd right now, ahead of Jeff Gordon and behind Kenny Schrader.
All right, here goes our little buddy out here, Justin Allgaier. Let's see. Watch this lap.
Justin, the 2008 ARCA REMAX Series champion. Of course, we already mentioned he won earlier this year, picked up his first career win at Bristol, beating up teammate Brad Keselowski.
I like this guy, Marty. I really do. He's a good kid.
He does a great job on the racetrack, does a great job out of the race car, off the racetrack.
Well, he got his start in UMP late models back in 2000. At the age of 14, he ran more than 50 dirt late model races in 2001.
Gonna be a good lap here, I believe.
How old were we at 2001? Do we want to go there? Justin at 16.53 seconds on lap number 1.
Larry and I started our TV career in 2001.
Which is very hard to believe.
Seemed like that was ages ago.
At age 5, right? Justin's second lap, and we're seeing a bit of a trend now, guys. First lap seems to be the quickest out of the last 4 cars.
Yeah, it's like those earlier cars, their fast lap was their second lap, but you're right. It's these last few, it's been that first lap, it's been the money lap.
All right, Tony Kanaan has the track to himself. We mentioned the fact he has never been on dirt before, but I got to tell you, I'm impressed. He is doing a good job.
Marty, you're just like a guy that you don't think that would not take to this kind of racing or to driving these cars around this racetrack. Your jaw drops when you see them doing something so out of their element.
Well, I've only been to Brazil once, and I don't know that they have any dirt track racing like this.
Ooh.
Hang on.
I believe he might have got against it barely on the front stretch.
His first lap was the best at 17.76 seconds, but that is the slowest of the 9 cars that have taken time.
Yeah, he got to get it, Larry.
How about Ricky Carmichael now? The number 4 Oakley car.
But you know, I remember Montoya's first trip on dirt. That was up here a couple of years ago, and he took to it like a fish to water.
These guys do. I mean, these cars are amazing. I've never driven one of these later model cars like this, but the guys tell me they really are fun to drive.
16.75 seconds on lap number 1. That's good enough for the 7th spot right now for Ricky.
But when you think about it, he's only 3/4 of a second off of Clint Boyer. Clint Boyer, there's no telling how many dirt races that man has run.
How about some consistency there? Both laps, 16.65 seconds. Very good.
6th quickest.
On board with Kyle.
What a shot.
Something tells me Kyle Busch may put a whole new meaning to checkers or wreckers tonight in the feature.
This kid just fascinates me all the time. I don't care what he gets in. He goes fast. Oh, and he's all right. He just backed her up there and touched it.
Here comes the checkered flag. The first lap was 16.4. Second lap, 16.19 seconds. And that is good enough for the second spot right now behind Clint Boyer. Let's check in with Dick Bergman.
Well, Kenny Schrader right now is third in the qualifying speeds, 55 years old. That's pretty darn good for a fellow like that.
Car's pretty good, but we're just trying to get it real good, and we haven't been able to do that yet. But hey, I'm out here getting a race against Tony Kanaan and Ricky Carmichael and Pastrana, and that. This is way too neat.
Is this a good deal? This guy is a racer. He's got a modified sitting up in the top of his hauler. He's got a brand new truck last year in January, 56,000 miles on it already, and all it does is take Schrader to dirt tracks.
Hey, there's a big go-kart race over in Newcastle to the west of us here in Indiana. I mean, he could probably get in right in that one, too.
And there's a good chance if he knew about it, he would be there.
Dave Blaney has 2 good laps. He just took over the second spot, 16.13 seconds. That's only 6/100ths off of Clint Boyer.
I'm liking your pick, Marty. That car is fast, and old Blaney is getting it on, buddy.
Well, I just hope I didn't give him the Reed curse.
That's why I picked 3.
How about Bill Elliott on track right now? Awesome, Bill. 7th on his first lap, 16.61. Look out.
Yes, he took a little. Getting off that second turn over there is the key to really getting a good lap, because that gives guys a fit.
Well, notice also the sun has popped back out, and 16.54 on the second lap leaves him in the number 7 spot.
Whoop,
so now,
whoa, Smoke Johnson just backed her up there. I don't know.
Tony on his warm-up got awfully close to the wall in turns 3 and 4.
And that's probably going to hurt his first lap for sure, because he didn't get off the corner that well.
I think this track's probably gone through a big change since the last time he went around here, too. This car's a little off. I think he hurt that car when he backed it up here into the wall.
First lap, 12th, 16.93.
Yeah, he hurt that car when he slapped the fence with it. You can hear him. He just can't get it around here like he normally does.
Well, we mentioned how it's now shaded on the front stretch, but the sun is out. Tony only 10th quickest, which is a huge surprise, 16.70 seconds.
He ran over a second faster than that in practice. He ran like a 15:40 something.
Let's go back and show you the miscue.
Yeah, I think you're going to see that this car takes a pretty good little lick into the fence right there. That's a hard lick, front and rear. Pretty sure that knocked the toe out and probably messed the rear up a little.
Yeah, right there's the nudge.
Yeah. A little work to do.
All right, Joey Logano on track right now. Joey's first lap good for 13th, 16.85 seconds.
Same deal. He did not get off turn 2 that lap right there. Let's see if he can pick it up.
And Marty mentioned the sun. If you look where the sun is actually beaming down on that second turn, and that's the turn that's giving all these guys a big, big problem.
So Joey cannot really help himself. He'll stay 13th right now. It's Bobby Labonte goes out on track.
Yeah, it's almost like when this track was at its best is when the first opened for practice earlier today.
Labonte was the fast qualifier back in 2007 at 17.67 seconds.
But you have to admit, dirt track is drying out, not much dust. Pretty clean right now.
His first lap here, 16.9. That's only good for 14th.
Whoop, whoa.
Oh, no.
That's only good for a second. Oh,
here comes.
Whoa, this is not good. This is not good. Travis, get it down.
Oh, my gosh.
You can see that one.
Where is my spotter?
I don't think they use them in qualifying.
Oh, my gosh.
I think
I was drawing up.
Well, you think we got excited. What do you think Bobby's looking at?
Yeah, he can hear and see that car getting closer and closer.
Well, we can laugh about it now because nothing serious happened, but it could have been a mess.
This fella right here, I said he's not scared of anything. He'll jump out of an airplane with no parachute.
I'll tell you what, when he was talking to us before the race, he definitely had some Red Bull in him. He is always on the wire. So now he gets to refire it and see what he can do here.
Now his buddy Ricky Carmichael right now is about mid-pack. Not very good there through the middle of 3 and 4.
I think it's real good. He didn't hit it.
16th right now, 17.40 seconds.
You know, you've got to have a lot of natural ability, though, to do all the things this guy's done. Very limited amount of time in a car like this and be able to hustle around the track. That's not a bad lap right there. I think he may have picked up a tad.
17.40 on the second lap. We'll still keep him 16 out of the 17 cars that have taken time.
Here's what made our voice go up about 3 or 4 octaves a while ago.
When I saw that 199 coming down the back straightaway about that fast, I got a little nervous because you can't stop these cars.
Well, the best thing I think Bobby did was just hold his position.
Well, what I'd have been doing, I'd have been bailing out that bad boy.
And then here comes Travis. Travis sees him, and he's just letting him know, I'm going this way, you go the other way. And
they real sure which way to go in that situation.
How about 36 now at Kenny Wallace? He won this event the very first year back in 2005.
The Herminator.
Yep, 17.19, his best lap. That's 16th right now out of 18. So I don't think he's going to be real thrilled with that one.
No, he really struggled ever since he unloaded.
He's a race car driver, though.
He'll tell you that.
Speaking of another race car driver, how about Denny Hamlin out on track right now? Boy, is he hot right now in Sprint Cup action.
Oh, yeah. But I don't know.
That hurts.
He's going to be hot when he hits that wall.
Yeah, he definitely got
He got in it just about like Tony Stewart did. Maybe not quite as hard.
17.23 on lap 1.
Boys have got their hands full right now. They're going to have to go to the soft compound on these things for the race tonight. He's right up there against it again.
The view from high above. Checker flag out. No help. 17th out of 19 cars. Denny Hamlin, 17.23 seconds.
So much for the theory that going out later is better, Larry.
It doesn't seem like it now. The last time we saw this car, the right front was pointing toward the grandstand and the left front was pointing toward the infield.
He looks better now, though.
And for Jimmy Johnson.
Whoa, he got her into 3. Man, he drove that thing in there. I like that.
And it stuck pretty good.
It did, Larry.
Whoa, all the way to the number 5 spot, guys. 16.35 seconds.
This whole car's working pretty daggone good.
He actually got off 2 pretty decent compared to what a lot of people, and he drove it down in there again.
This is good. This is good.
Can he improve? Survey says yes, he can. Up to number 4, 16.25 seconds. Clint Boyer still number 1 at 16.07. On track now, the 15 of Eric Almirola. 5th time Eric has been a part of the Prelude. His best finish last year when he came home in 8th.
Tell you what, he's right in the thick of that NASCAR Camping World Truck Series championship battle right now.
He sure is. He's 2nd in Camping World Truck Series points. Right now, his first lap at 16.65 seconds. That's good for 11th.
This could be a skosh better. Got off at 2, but I think he may have lost a little time off at 4. Let's see. You know,
no, he picked it up. Up to number 6, guys. 16.47 seconds, right behind Kenny Schrader and ahead of Cruz Pedregal.
You know, Darrell, I can't tell a lot about turn 1 and 2 right now, but 3 and 4, it almost looks like an asphalt track down there. It's taking that rubber so much.
You can start to see the black coming in as Casey Kane rolls through into turn 3.
But that'll make for some good racing. You'll have to move around, find you some grip. Might be right around the bottom for the race over with.
7th on the first lap, 16.49 seconds. Look out.
Yikes.
That's going to scrub it.
When you get up over that cushion, that little bit of dirt that's right up next to the wall, when you go over that, you're in deep trouble.
So we'll see the damage on the right rear quarter. The great Clips got clipped.
Got him a mohawk.
So as he pulls it in, how about Marcos Ambrose? As Marcos has very limited experience on the dirt.
Yeah, he was struggling a good bit with his car in practice.
Pretty paint job. Hope it stays looking that pretty.
Yeah, he still kind of got his hands full with this old girl.
This is his 2nd start in the Prelude. He actually finished 14th last year.
18th on that first lap, 17.13 seconds out of the 23 that have taken times.
You know, that's the tough thing about doing this. You don't know what the limits are. When you've driven on the asphalt track, you kind of know how far in the corner, how high you can get. Here, you just don't have any idea.
16.97 on lap number 2 keeps him 18th. Well, the other thing that the track changes so rapidly.
Yeah, and huge difference.
And there's a little look at what happened to the car.
Don't know that he actually hit it with the wheels, so maybe everything will be okay. Just a little cosmetic damage as we're looking at Ron Capps now in the 28 car out on the track for qualifying.
Capps currently 6th in the funny car points for this year's NHRA Full Throttle Championship.
He needs a little Napa know-how on this baby.
He's the slowest of the 24 cars on that first lap.
I saw him earlier today. I said, man, I didn't know you could sing that well.
Been singing pretty good in that funny car.
First lap, 17.85 seconds. That is the worst out of the 24 cars that have taken time.
You know, Ron is one of 6 drivers that's been in every one of these Preludes. The Red Farmer will not be in the one tonight, though.
Matt Kenseth on track right now.
I believe this.
Whoa, hang on. Man, he really pitched that sideways.
He did, and caught it. It's kind of what this is all about, pitch and catch.
20th right now, 17.15 on lap 1.
I'm shocked it was that fast when I watched him down there in 3 and 4.
Let's see what he does this time. He backed off a little bit early that time, got it set. Make a little bit nicer looking lap. I don't know if it'll be any faster or not, but it's a better looking lap.
18th now at 16.94 seconds.
He did pick it up on lap 2.
Here goes my man Rudy Tootie. Now let's see what he can do.
2 cars still to go.
He needs his dad down there, Buzzy, to help him. This is Buzzy's cup of tea here, these dirt tracks.
David Rudeman, Beak out on track.
Might be a decent lap.
Not bad at all.
20th, 17.01.
Hang on to her, David. That's just got to be a wild sensation. Throw that thing in there that fast.
17th now, 16.85 seconds. So down to our last car in qualifying. And Ron Capps right now sitting 26 out of the 26 that have taken times. And I can't believe that this car, driven by Ryan Newman, is going to end up lower than that. He's got a lot of dirt experience.
Yeah, I think he'll probably run a pretty good lap. I don't know if it'll be quick enough to knock Boyer off the top spot.
He's in that Tony Stewart groove right there, though, right up over the top of the wall.
First lap, good enough for 15th, 16.73 seconds.
I think he'll be pretty disappointed in that.
Yeah, I think the track has just deteriorated that much, Larry. I just don't think it has the grip in it that we saw earlier when they were running those low 15s, mid 15s.
Comes across in lap number 2 up to the 11th spot, 16.59 seconds. So it's Clint Boyer, Dave Blaney, Kyle Busch, Jimmy Johnson, and Kenny Schrader, your top 5 qualifiers.
Yeah, we were concerned about cars going out early. You look at Boyer, he went out 4th, and of course Schrader, who's 5th, went out 1st.
And let's check in with Dick Berggren.
Bill Elliott has timed in 10th, and he has been standing here between turn 3 and 4 and watching the cars. And we have seen people on the gas, off the gas, sideways, in the wall. Usually it's pretty smooth here. What's going on tonight?
I thought that was my lap.
No.
Well, good.
Okay.
You know, Ray Cook does a heck of a job, you know, when he does that at school. And he was talking to me around the racetrack, and it helps a lot. You know, I hadn't been in one of these things in a long time, but it just, you know, to come here and try to run against this crowd, it's tough. And you know, there's so many different driving styles and so many different types of race cars here, and so many different people trying to do so many different things. It's wild. And, you know, but the main goal is tonight, we're all here for one reason, and that's to raise a lot of money for the charities around, and that's why I'm here, and I just have a good time. I'm
looking at the top 5 in qualifying. Team Levine, the hospital down in Charlotte, they're looking pretty good right now, and I know there's some parties going on down at Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s bar and a few others where everybody's listening in. Take a look, because Blaney, Kyle Busch, Jimmy Johnson all represent Team Levine. They're looking pretty strong after qualifying. Hey, we have got to send you, DW, for a secret super special ride to the infield. So you got to take the headset off and bolt, buddy.
You never know what I'm going to drive when I come up here. They just surprise me every year, so I got to go down and find out what it is tonight.
I'll use my famous saying, I don't have a good feeling about this.
No. Go.
Do not fail me.
And while he does that, we're going to send it to Matt Yoakum.
And Marty picking up the Oakley Bomb Award for setting fast time tonight is Clint Boyer. Anthony Paggio from Oakley here to present a gift.
Yep, on behalf of Oakley, we'd like to present you with the crankcase watch for having the fastest qualifier. Appreciate it.
Thank you, I appreciate it, thank you. You know, put a lot of work into this. Dale McDowell and all the guys on the dirt team, you know, this is their week. You know, this is a big week for us in the late model industry, and to be able to come here and have a little bit of fun in the Prelude, it's just, you know, a dream come true for me, really.
Your cars first and fourth in qualifying, but I've got to ask you, last night at a toll plaza, a semi-tractor trailer rolled up, and some guy working the toll plaza said...
Yeah, we rolled in there, toll booth there about 3:30 last night in the morning, and...
you were driving?
Yeah, I was driving. This guy, he goes, hey, I didn't know they made you guys drive your own haulers. I started laughing. Dale and I, we were the only ones up. It was fun, but that's what this deal is all about, having fun and raising a bunch of money for them kids.
And also an impressive comeback by your driver there, the 48 guy, that Johnson guy.
You know, he's good at bending things up, but as soon as you get it patched back up, he'll impress you every time.
All right, congratulations on the qualifying. First and fourth for the Clint Boyer team cars.
And I got to remember that those are separate in the championship for the battle between the hospitals, but a good run for Clint's equipment. And you know, he loves doing this. In fact, I asked him before we started tonight, I said, you know, how much are you getting to do? He goes, not near enough racing on dirt as I would love.
Well, you know, something that Clint mentioned there, a big week, Marty, for these guys, because this is the prelude to the dream. The dream is this weekend for these late model dirt cars. And talk about these guys loving to come back and run dirt. It's my understanding Tony Stewart, he'll be in Michigan, of course, for 3 days, but he will be back down here Friday and Saturday night racing both those nights down here at Eldora.
Ladies and gentlemen, now time to introduce our 27 All-Stars here tonight to make up our 4 teams. Team number 1, the Cincinnati Children's Hospital, Team Cincy. Bill Elliott, the 1988 Sprint Cup Series champion and a long-time Prelude entry. Next up, he owns his own dirt late model team with drivers Earl Pearson Jr. and Brad Neat. Occasionally gets behind the wheel for some dirt driving fun of his own. A longtime Prelude driver, Bobby Labonte. He's won in just about every type of car on his quick ascent to the Sprint Cup Series, but has little dirt track experience, making his second Prelude start. Ladies and gentlemen, Joey Logano. A Prelude and Chili Bowl veteran, 2 NHRA titles on his racing resume, along with 30 NHRA victories. Please welcome Cruz Pedregon. The next guy, he liked Eldora so much, he decided to buy it back in 2004. In his first full season of ownership, he decided to start the Prelude back in 2005. He's won it 3 times, including the past 2 years. Please welcome promoter, driver, and owner Tony Stewart. And the team captain here tonight for Team Cincy. He cut his racing teeth in USAC. He's a national champion and maintains his dirt track ties by owning World of Outlaw and USAC teams. The captain for Team Cincy, Casey Kane.
Guys, dead ahead. Look at Rusty Jarrett right there in the green shirt. Gotta pull tight. We'll bring up our hospital rep. Job done.
Folks, what do you think about Team Cincy's chances tonight? And there they are, Elliott, Labonte, Logano, Pedregon, Stewart, and Captain Casey Kane. Next up, representing the Levine Children's Hospital, Team Levine, He came all the way from Australia, where he was a V8 Supercar champion, now making a name for himself in both Nationwide and Sprint Cup Series. Back at the Prelude for the second time, please welcome Marcos Ambrose. The 1995 World of Outlaws champion and 1997 Knoxville National titleist winner. And also he won the historical big one right here at Eldora in 97 and the Kings Royal in 93 and 95. It's none other than Dave Blaney. He finished 8th in his first Prelude back in 2008, a 4-time and reigning Sprint Cup Series champion, looking for his first win on dirt. Although winning in off-road and stadium trucks early in his career, he won a heat race last year. He's qualified 4th here tonight. Let's welcome Jimmy Johnson. He was the 2003 Sprint Cup Series champion, 2009 Daytona 500 winner. Continues to develop his dirt skills right here at Eldora. He's been here every year. Last year, his best finish was 5th. Please welcome Matt Kenseth. He cut his racing teeth, 3rd-generation driver on the dirt modifieds down in Florida. From Zephyr Hills, Florida, son of legend Buzzy Rudiman. Please welcome the Coca-Cola 600 winner a year ago, David Rudiman. He was the most successful competitor in the history of the X Games freestyle motocross, a 5-time U.S. Amateur Moto champion and winner of back-to-back rally titles and Rally America Series. Has intentionally flipped his motorcycle over an airborne helicopter and so much more, making his first ever Prelude start on dirt. Please welcome Travis Pastrana. And the Team Levine captain dominates just about everything on asphalt, almost won the Prelude back in 2007, and he finished 3rd a year ago. Please welcome Kyle Busch. And folks, there's your Team Levine: Ambrose, Blaney, Johnson, Kenseth, Rudiman, Pastrana, and Captain Kyle Busch. Is this the team to beat tonight, folks?
We're going to see Keith because we're getting in this final picture before they get in the truck.
All right, moving on next. Representing the Riley Hospital for Children, Team Riley, the 2003 Toyota Atlantic champion, 5-time Champ Car winner, and returning to Eldora for his 2nd stint on dirt. Please welcome AJ Allmendinger. The 2008 ARCA Series champion, now driving for Roger Penske in the NASCAR Nationwide Series. Cut his teeth on dirt running midgets and late models in the Midwest. The youngest driver ever to advance to the A-Main at the Chili Bowl Nationals in Tulsa. Please welcome Justin Allgaier. Back again to run the dirt here at Eldora. Twice he has finished 2nd in the championship standings in NHRA, 30 NHRA victories. He's run the Chili Bowl, and he's a Prelude veteran. Please welcome back from the NHRA, Ron Capps. Next up, the 4-time Sprint Cup Series champion, raced at Eldora for the first time since 1991. 3 years ago, and he finished 3rd here at the Prelude. Had to sit out last year due to an injury. please welcome back Jeff Gordon. He cut his racing teeth in USAC. He's a national champion. Also won the Daytona 500. Please welcome back Ryan Newman. After several decades running NASCAR, now running a limited schedule, also running limited dirt late model races, he's also the 2005 Prelude winner. It's Kenny Wallace. And the Team Riley captain. He knows how to go fast, showed it here tonight, whether on 2 wheels or 4 wheels. He won the pole for the 2010 Prelude. Please welcome the captain, Clint Boyer. Ladies and gentlemen, there's your Team Riley, Allmendinger, Allgaier, Capps, Gordon, Newman, Wallace, and Clint Boyer. And now our final and 4th team here tonight, representing the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, Team St. Jude. He's a promising NASCAR driver and going after the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series Championship. He's a Truck and Nationwide Series winner, Eric Almirola. They call him the GOAT, as in the greatest of all time in 2 wheels, thanks to more than 20 Moto Championships, now transferring to 4 wheels, a current NASCAR Camping World Truck Series driver, making his inaugural run here at the Prelude. It's Ricky Carmichael. NASCAR winner in the Nationwide Trucks and Sprint Cup Series. He also won the Prelude back in 2007. Had to sit out last year's race due to a Frisbee accident. Welcome back, Carl Edwards. A former NASCAR Modified Tour driver turned crew chief turned owner. He's won every big race in NASCAR, either as crew chief or owner, and also having fun still running short tracks, making his Eldora return to the Prelude. It's Ray Evernham. He almost won the 2010 Indianapolis 500, 33rd up to 2nd. With 4 laps to go before having to pit for fuel, he finished 11th. The 2004 IndyCar champion with 13 wins makes his inaugural run here at Eldora tonight in the Prelude. First time ever on dirt. It's Tony Kanaan. He's a favorite anywhere he races, anywhere, anytime, especially on dirt. And he's proven it with victories here at Eldora in USAC competition. It's Kenny Schrader. And the Team St. Jude team captain. Plenty of late model experience, but on asphalt in the bull rings up in his home state of Virginia. His best finish took place here at Eldora 2 years ago, finishing 5th. It's Denny Hamlin. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your Team St. Jude. Almirola, Carmichael, Edwards, Evernham, Kanaan, Kenny Schrader, and team captain Hamlin. And Marty, there are your 4 teams racing here tonight for not only the team, but the overall race winner of the 2010, the 6th annual Prelude to the Dream.
Thank you, Matt. And all the teams will get together now for one big photo as we look down from high above, courtesy of our DirecTV aerial coverage. And as we were mentioning that, all you need to do is, for the most sports in HD, you got to get DirecTV. And we said this before. Thank you, guys. We love it. Great views from high above. And from high above to down very low on the stage as all 27 drivers now get their photo. I'm looking at the 3 heats right now, guys, and in heat number 1 we'll have Bill Elliott, Casey Kane, Jimmy Johnson, Clint Boyer, Ricky Carmichael, Carl Edwards, Bobby Labonte, Ray Evernham, and Mr. Pastrana. Who do you like in that? I'm sort of leaning towards Boyer right there.
Well, I'm sort of leaning toward Kane. I tell you why. I think it's going to be hard to pass. So I think Kane starting up there on the second in the second spot. That'd be my pick.
Very short race, only 10 laps. So yeah, you get out front. Might be hard to run them down.
So there's the way they will line up on the grid for heat number 1, which will be coming your way shortly here. Let's take a look at heat 2. We've got Ryan Newman on the inside, Cruz Pedregon right alongside, then Kenny Schrader, Dave Blaney in row 2. Tony Stewart, Joey Logano, Matt Kenseth, Kenny Wallace, and Tony Kanaan in the back. Who do you like for that one?
If Dave Blaney doesn't get hung up behind Cruz Pedregon, not saying Cruz is not going to be fast, but Blaney's been working that high side. I know that's your man, but he could be the man in heat 2.
I mentioned in our practice qualifying show that the stopping these cars is probably one of the hardest things you can do. Just like we saw with Travis Pastrana up there when he tried to miss Bobby Labonte, tried to lock the thing down. All it does is locks up the rear tires and makes you want to spin out.
Because you run a bunch of rear brake in these things. That's how you get them to turn. You turn it with the brake pedal with all that rear brake.
So on the front row, Casey Kane alongside pole sitter Bill Elliott.
Now, like I said earlier, I believe I could get around here all right by myself. But when you stick all these guys out here together, that changes things dramatically.
Well, and you've got a mixture of experience level here. Remember, you've got Travis Pastrana and Ricky Carmichael. It's their first time ever on 4 wheels on dirt and in this type of format. And then you've got guys that have got a lot of experience on the dirt, like Clint Boyer up there in the number 33. Of course, Carl Edwards in his early days, and Casey Kane.
Oh, yeah.
And for the first time for the Prelude to the Dream, they will actually have spotters. They've never had spotters. They still don't have mirrors, but they do have a spotter on top of the main grandstand.
Yeah, I'm glad they decided to do that, because this is so, you're in a foreign element anyway, and then you throw in no mirrors and no spotters out. I think it'll make the race a little safer. Might even make it a little better.
All right, top 4 starters inverted in this heat race based on their qualifying times. Clint Boyer, of course, was the fastest. That's why you see him back in row number 2. Lights are out on the pace truck, which means we are going to go green next time by.
I just can't get over how much rubber this racetrack is taking. You can even see it down in turn 1 and 2 now.
I think that's going to make it interesting, Larry. I believe you're going to see guys riding the rim right up against the wall. I think you're going to find somebody hooking the bottom, trying to get some of that moisture that's left down there to see if they can make some passes. Slide job, man. I love the slide job.
Well, we're going to see a few of them, that's guaranteed. As we're getting ready, pace truck has pulled off. They are coming through turns 3 and 4. Qualifying's over. Hot laps are over. This heat race number 1 is green.
Leave Casey Kane in at 9. He'll get the advantage. Talked about it on the high side, and he just yards him down the back straightaway.
And Jimmy Johnson underneath the 33 of Clint Boyer, and it looks like he's going to take that position. Boyer now tries to slide back underneath him. Boyer on the low side. He's got the 48 up high. Can he make it? No, he can't clear him.
Oh, but just wait. This is what I was talking about. Somewhere, sometime here, you'll see Boyer dive bomb the 48, I bet you.
Just get such a good run on that high side. You just can carry the momentum.
On board with Carl Edwards right now as you get the kind of view that he is seeing out the front. We can tell you up front, Casey Kane has pulled about a 10 to 12 car length lead.
I know I'm glad. Oh, got a car around down here. Ray Abraham.
Yep. Ray has spun it in turn 3 and 4, and the yellow is out.
And here come the leaders. I hope they're on those radios, boys. Slow them down, up high.
There you get a view from high above, and everybody has got it woed down. So.
Now, that's where I think that the radios are a lifesaver this year. Because last year, without spotters and radios, those guys would have charged that corner, and I don't know what might have happened.
The only thing they did have in the past, Darrell, they had that system called the Raceiver, where they could actually listen to race control. So they wasn't completely without communication, but I think spotters is 100% better.
So remember now, as we are under caution, these laps will not count. Only green flag laps count in the 10-lap first heat race.
I think this will be a little bit of a plus for that 48 and the 33, because 48 is pretty fast, Larry.
Now, I love the cone deal on a restart. That cone is hooked to a rope, and there's a guy standing on the inside wall, and you have to restart on the outside of that cone. Now, Darrell and I tried for 2 years to get Hammond to come up here and be the cone guy. We told him he couldn't use a rope, though. He had to run out there and get it. He wouldn't buy it.
Imagine why.
Oh, no, he didn't get it.
Safety crew is still out on the track, as we're being told that perhaps next time by we'll be going green. Yes, lights are out on the pace truck. Safety truck that was down in turn 1, you can see there, pulling off the track.
I tell you what, Casey Kane in that 9 had built quite a lead. But one thing I was noticing 3 and 4, he was using every bit of that racetrack.
I'm glad I'm not sitting in those grandstands in 3 and 4, because they're getting dusted.
So we have 3 laps completed right now out of the 10 as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. It's Casey Kane, followed by Bill Elliott, Jimmy Johnson, Clint Boyer, and Carl Edwards. Boy, Boyer's trying the low line. Uh-oh.
Yikes. He almost made it, but not quite. That's where you just get bogged down right there and lose a lot of momentum.
Well, nobody has anything for Casey Kane. You can see him going through the corners easily. The best battle has been between Boyer and Jimmy Johnson, but Boyer cannot get it done. In fact, now he's lost ground. A little further back as you're on board with Carl Edwards. Carl trying to catch up to the 33.
Boyer in the 33 is doing the bottom now in 3 and 4.
Larry, I'd be down there digging. I believe there's some grip down there back in the pack here. I see a couple of cars trying it. Look like they're making up a little time. I'd be trying that.
Halfway, this time by, there'll be 4 laps to go. Casey Kane's led every single one of them so far from the drop of the green flag. Tell you what, Ricky Carmichael's doing a good job. You see Bill Elliott right there in 2nd position. Carmichael has held station a little bit further back in the field. There you see Bobby Labonte and Travis Pastrana.
Oop, Pastrana, he's been doing a great job. He got in the wall down the back that time.
You can tell the track has gained grip, though. Casey Kane's fastest lap in this race is faster than Clint Boyer qualified, who was the fastest qualifier.
There's Ricky Carmichael, as we pointed out. He is running right now in 6th position.
I'll tell you who's not doing a bad job in this little heat race here, guys. You know, kind of overlooking Bill Elliott. He's running 2nd. He started there on the front row and hanging on to 2nd place right now, doing a nice job.
Coming up to the white flag lap of heat race number 1. It's all Casey Kane right now. Bill Elliott comes across in 2nd position. Jimmy Johnson in 3rd. There's the 48. Right behind him is Clint Boyer, no longer putting any pressure on. And right now, it looks like Casey Kane is going to cruise to the checkered flag here in heat race number 1. Right behind him, Bill Elliott, Jimmy Johnson, Clint Boyer closing but can't get by. Carl Edwards rounds out the top 5 with Ricky Carmichael, then Bobby Labonte, Travis Pastrana, and Ray Evernham.
Yeah, Boyer did everything he could on that last lap, especially through 3 and 4, but just couldn't get there on Johnson in the 48.
So kudos to you, Mr. Waltrip. You said it was going to be difficult to pass, and it was.
Yeah, just the way the track conditions are right now, but I think that'll get better. I think these guys will learn from these heat races, maybe make some tire changes, maybe make a little adjustments in their cars. Wait till the feature.
Now, remember, no points are scored for the team championship during qualifying. All this does is set your starting position for the main event a little bit later this evening.
It's good to see Casey Kane run good tonight, Larry. Last year here, he had all kind of issues, had engine problems, and had a short night, but not tonight. Here comes our buddy. Watch this.
Travis Pastrana in the 199.
You know why he's driving as hard as he is?
He saw that 4
He
up
sees
there.
That's it. 2 cars up there is the 4, and he was trying to get him, but he kind of overdid it down the back. I like his number, Larry. Get that big old 199 on
You
the
don't
side.
see many 3-digit numbers anymore, even short track racing.
And take a look at the finishing results, and you can see by the color coding which team they represent as far as the hospitals. For example, the 9 of Casey Kane, that is Cincinnati Children's Hospital. So they would have taken first and second place points had this been the main event. And on down. Whoops, that won't run very good.
No, it won't. Jimmy Johnson got a flat right rear on that 48 car.
He did that on the last lap, Larry. That's how come Boyer was able to close. Jimmy got into turn 1 down here, got up against the fence just a little bit, and cut that tire down, but he was able to bring it home.
Let's set heat number 2 for you with Ryan Newman, Cruz Pedregon, Dave Blaney, Kenny Schrader. Tony Stewart will start 5th, then Joey Logano, Matt Kenseth, Kenny Wallace, and Tony Kanaan.
If you go back to that first heat race, obviously what helped Casey Kane was starting on the outside of the front row. Now you've got Pedregon on the outside, Newman on the inside, but we keep talking about Dave Blaney in that 66 car outside the second row.
Yeah, there's a couple of cars here I think we need to keep an eye on. 66 Blaney, and certainly Tony Stewart there in the 14 down on the inside. But I bet that 39 car of Newman, I bet he gets down in that corner and puts a slide job on the 75 and takes the lead.
Well, we're about to find out. Lights are still on the pace truck as we are in heat race number 2 here in the Gillette Fusion Pro Glide Prelude to the Dream. The 6th annual running of this event. What it has grown into, $2.5 million raised for charity over the last 5 years. Lights out on the pace truck. Next time by at this beautiful half-mile dirt oval at Eldora will be going green in heat race number 2.
I tell you what, Cruz Pedregon, he may only actually race in 1 dirt race a year, but talking to him and listening to him a while ago, he obviously puts a lot of effort with a lot of testing getting ready for this race.
And he has run the Chili Bowl before also, guys, and he is serious about this. I mean, he and Caps really take these events seriously.
There's a word that defines all these guys. They're racers.
Yep.
They just want to race. They don't care what kind of car or where it is.
Well, we're going to find out if Cruz can hold off Blaney, who is right behind him. Cruz in the 75, Blaney in the 66, but it'll be that Army car leading them to the green flag as they come out of turn number 4. Heat number 2 is green.
Cruz Pedregon got a good run off turn 4. Let's see if Newman can do it. There's that run of Pedregon off 2 on the high side.
And look at the 9 car going underneath. Kenny Schrader trying to get underneath. Smoking, he does.
Yeah, Blaney in that 66, he tried to really dive it into turn 3 and 4 that time. Car wouldn't stick, but boy, look at him on the bottom in that 66.
That bottom is going to come in.
Blaney does the slide job, but then Schrader just tucks right back underneath him. And here we go again. These two are putting on a great show. Tony Stewart cannot make up any ground. Blaney's going to be on the low side again. Can't get it done.
I believe that the 14 car Tony Stewart, they got a little more work to do on that thing. I believe he heard it there in that heat race, and they may not have it exactly right yet.
I think you're dead right, Darrell, as we continue here.
Whoa! Kenseth was around the bottom, and he just slid right across the nose of Logano.
I like that.
Can't get any closer without touching. Joey loses ground now as we go on board.
And Kenseth in that 17, he had been about driving through the infield till he cleared Logano.
Things have sort of stretched out a little bit now as Ryan Newman continues to lead Cruz Pedregon. Kenny Schrader now 3rd.
But I really think if you look at Cruz Pedregon in that 75, that's a pretty impressive run from the outside of the front row there.
Halfway through this 10-lap heat race number 2.
And one thing I'm noticing just watching the lap times, this seems to be a slower heat race than that first heat race.
Hey guys, I got a surprise for you. Tony Kanaan is not running last in this heat race. All of our attention's been towards the front, but watch a little bit further back. Kanaan is actually leading Kenny Wallace.
And Kenny Wallace, they've been fighting something with the engine, with the carburetor throughout all the practice, qualifying, the whole time they've been here today.
Yeah, but I just like the progress Kanaan has made, Marty. He has really picked this up in a very short period of time. Even though he's not challenging for the lead, he's back here doing a nice job.
A lot better than a lot of people thought. As there is your race leader, Ryan Newman. 2 laps to go now here in this 10-lap heat race number 2. Cruz Pedregon doing a solid job in 2nd place. 3rd is nailed down by Kenny Schrader. Dave Blaney is 4th.
Yeah, even though Ryan Newman has put a lot of distance on Cruz Pedregon, just watching the lap times, he's only about a 10th off of the leader, Ryan Newman.
1 lap remaining, and Ryan Newman can put it on cruise control at this point, and that's not a joke or a pun for Cruz Pedregon. Here he comes out of turn number 4. Ryan Newman takes heat race number 2. Across the line 2nd will be the 75 of Cruz Pedregon, then Kenny Schrader, Dave Blaney, Tony Stewart, Matt Kenseth, Joey Logano, and here they come, the final 2, Tony Kanaan and Kenny Wallace.
I think Tony Stewart, after this little heat race, will say, boys, we need to work on the track.
And he very well may be out there working on it. That was quite a battle for 3rd, guys, with Schrader and with Blaney, and even with Tony Stewart sticking his nose in there.
So heat race number 2 of 3 is now in the books. And there is your winner with Ryan Newman heading for the scales. Thumbs up, he's A-OK. Here are the unofficial results. Take a look again, everything color-coded as far as the team battle would be in this heat race number 2. Again, no points awarded for the team championship. Just gives you an idea of where each team is shaking out. As we get ready now for heat race number 3, it'll be Jeff Gordon on point with Justin Allgaier alongside. There you see Eric Almirola and Kyle Busch in row 2. Then A.J. Allmendinger, David Rudiman, Marcos Ambrose, Denny Hamlin, and Ron Capps.
For a kid that grew up in Owensboro, Kentucky, on the other side of the Ohio River, this is kind of like a flashback. This is like the old days. This is like going to a Saturday night short track dirt race somewhere, and all the people sitting on the dirt bank. I saw some guys grilling and kind of tailgating when we came in. People been here since yesterday, going to be here till the weekend for the actual the Dream. So this is a cool event. This always just gets me so fired up.
Darrell, did you pick up on what Ryan Newman said? You talked about the G-forces going through these corners. He said, I may have to put more padding on my right headrest.
Yeah, it's funny. I picked up on that too, Larry, because you do work really hard. We've seen that with some of the in cars. You're left, right, working those arms. And, of course, there is a lot of side bite in these cars.
Well, we're lapping at an average speed of between 106 and 108 miles an hour. That's a lot of G loading.
Yeah, plus that's got to be at least 125 or 30 mile an hour down that short straightaway back there into the corner. So really throws you around in the seat.
Well, we always talk about the speeds at Bristol. This place is about the same size at Bristol, not quite the banking that Bristol has, but the lap times are pretty close.
And remember, they don't have any of these carbon fiber $10,000 seats in these cars.
Yeah, that's true. Did you see the sunset, as it is just a beautiful evening after a lot of morning rain? Let's quickly go to Dick Berggren.
With 2-time funny car champion Cruz Pedregon. Man, you look like a stock car racer out there.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, it felt it's the most comfortable I've felt in this car. And, just practice. Practice makes perfect, and just an honor to be out here. I know we say that a lot, but these are the best drivers in the world, man, and to run second to Ryan Newman there was just really an awesome feeling.
We're going green. Thank you.
Big smile on Cruz Pedregon's face, and he has not had a lot to smile about this year in his funny car campaign. As we mentioned, he is 12th in points right now, and only the top 10 make the countdown, and they are running out of races on the NHRA Full Throttle Series.
That shrouding you see there around the front of the driver there, that's all he has to keep dirt from really getting all over his shield and blocking his vision, but it does turn it up out of his face.
And that is Jeff Gordon, as you see a different view as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag in the air, and we are racing again.
Boy, Gordon got a good start on Allgaier. He's going to try to hopefully slide up in front of him, but there comes Allgaier.
Go, Justin, go!
Allgaier with a great high side to low side move, and now here comes the slide job right back.
But look at this 18 car of Kyle Busch driving against the inside good wall.
This is a great heat race right here. And I knew Algar. Had to watch him in practice. He is so aggressive.
Remember, Kyle would not give us
Gordon hard in the wall.
Kyle would not give us his strategy. He's running that low line. Now he goes up high, and Gordon's in the wall again.
Oh, yeah, he's cut down a right rear tire or done a lot of damage to the right side of that car.
So Gordon going in the wrong direction. He's already been passed now by Denny Hamlin and A.J. Allmendinger as well. He's still sliding backwards. That's Eric Almirola coming up on him now on the 15.
Now Kyle Busch in that 18 car at the front, he has moved to the high side trying to run that 12 down. I think he's reeling him in just a little bit.
The guy that's got a pretty good chance of winning the Dream here on Saturday night.
Well, Algar's in the wall.
He's in the wall. He just jumped the cushion. I don't know if he hurt it or not. Let's see.
Yeah, he got the right rear.
A bit of damage.
Got a little bit of damage. Doesn't seem to be slowing him down, though. Last lap was 17.1. His best lap was 16.9.
Yeah, he's losing a little.
Oh, yeah, here comes Kyle.
Kyle's on him. Once Kyle gets that close to you, you're in bad shape. You're in big trouble, boys.
5 laps to go. This has been the best heat race we've had up front. Kyle is running the low line. He's been the only guy we've been seeing tonight that's really been successful.
Algar got it again, man. He is wearing that wall out.
But Kyle Busch knows the only way he can pass him is go to the bottom. He's running out of time, though. He's going to have to get him.
I like that bottom, but it's going to be hard to slide. You're going to have to put a slide job on him if he gets him.
Boy, he had to jump out of the throttle that time.
Here he comes. He's driving down in there. Let's see what he can do. Is he going to come up in front of him right here? Is he going to make it?
And at the line, it was Kyle Busch, officially the race leader.
But look at the run. Algar gets off turn 2. I think Busch will get him down here in 3 and 4. That's the weak link on Algar. Now Kyle Busch goes to the high side.
Yeah, but the Algar car went to the bottom that time. Can he slide up in front of Kyle? No!
And now he's lost the lead.
No.
He changes strategy. Now he's going to have to try and figure out if he can get back.
No.
I think Algar's toast now.
Bad decision. I think he's got a little problem. He's hit the wall about 5 times.
White flag this time by, and it looks like Kyle Busch is going to end up coming from the middle of the pack all the way to take this heat race number 3. Allgaier second. Allmendinger's now moved up. David Rudeman also in the mix as well as they're fighting each other for 3rd and 4th.
Kyle Busch, he goes to the bottom. He goes last lap.
Larry, he's like he does every week. He goes wherever he wants to. 3 wide, all by himself.
So it is Kyle Busch, then Justin Allgaier, A.J. Allmendinger, the 00 of David Rudeman, the 11 of Denny Hamlin, 28 of Ron Capps, the 15 of Eric Almirola, and then Jeff Gordon. Remember, he started on the front row, and he is ending up way back in this field.
A lot of damage to that 24 car. He hit the wall hard.
And Marcos Ambrose rounds out the 9 cars in this heat race to number 3.
Daryl, you know what I noticed in that race right there? The track started losing some of the black, and I saw more dust that time than we did the first 2 heat races.
Hey guys, I just got word, Dick Berger, and you've got some breaking news down in pit road.
Oh boy, do we. One of the biggest stories of the night. Casey Kane, after winning that first heat, the engine is broken. They have just unloaded a backup car. You looked at the seat. Are you going to fit in this thing?
Looks pretty good. I guess I'll have to. These guys are, Eric Jacobson. This is his dream car. I have no idea why he's letting me drive it tonight, but it's pretty cool that he is. I appreciate that, and it's got a decent number on the door, so I think it'll be pretty good.
Watch out behind you. Kyle Busch is about to back into both of us.
Hey, I love it. That's a pretty good looking car. Got a decent number on the door. I guess that's all that matters.
Well, and he's making a great point. I mean, here's Eric Jacobson. This is his car for the Dream, which is $100,000 to win this weekend right here at this track, and he's rolling it out.
Incredible, though. Last year here in the Prelude, he had the same thing, engine trouble.
Let's go back to this action. This was the best action we had up front in all 3 of the heat races. Couldn't get it done on this particular lap, and then Allgaier made one critical decision that cost him.
He made a big mistake, Algar did. I think he had this thing in the bag until he decided to go down low, thinking that would take Kyle Busch's line away from him. Kyle said, I go where I want.
And the scary part, Larry, what it shows is Kyle can run high or low.
And I think that was part of his plan that he was talking about. There's Gordon, Jeff Gordon, who hit the wall several times in that 24 car.
Yeah, he hurt that car.
Here's the view from outside.
these cars are pretty fragile when it comes to the front suspension, and they've got all kind of springs and shocks and things up on the back of them. So I think he did a little damage to that baby.
And you can see the guys working on it.
So Kyle Busch actually becomes the first guy to win a heat race that didn't start on the front row.
So Kyle also, as we mentioned, proves that he can run high, he can run low, and that is scary for everybody else.
He did everything but drive through the infield.
He can run dirt, he can run asphalt, he can run whatever he wants.
Matt, let's talk to him.
Well, Bloomquist cars won the first and third heats. You just talked to the legend behind you about your heat race. What'd you tell him, and what insight did he give you for the feature?
Just that, you know, the line that we were running was pretty good, you know, down on the bottom. These cars like the bottom, so. I mean, I ran the top to try to run down to 12. He got in the fence a little bit, ruined the spoiler, so I just got up to him there, and then he saw me on the bottom, took my lane, so I just motored by him on the top. But it's fun, man. These things are so cool. I love it, and can't thank NOS enough, M&M's, Interstate, everybody, Archie Jets, so it's cool to come out here.
And it was a great battle you had going on with Allgaier.
It was. I don't know where the rest of the field was, but you know, me and Allgaier knew that just if I could get a run on him, you know, it's hard to run up on a guy because the way the air is with these cars, we're on dirt, but the air is pretty important, and that's why I just trying to run every different lane. But it was pretty cool the way I could run up on him. Once I got to him, I got it.
All right, and Kyle, by the way, for the Kyle Busch Foundation, $2,000 presented from the good folks at IMUS. Steve?
Well, I have caught up with the other half of that battle. Justin Allgaier here standing outside his car. Justin, you had a great car there, tried some different grooves. Did you think you learned something for the feature, which might work better, the top or the bottom?
Well, I think so. You know, these guys give me a great car. It's just unfortunate we got beat. You know, Kyle's a heck of a wheelman. I'm tired of following him, but, you know, it's unfortunate we got in the fence there and got the spoiler knocked off of it a little bit and just didn't have the drive that we needed. And I think that's one of the biggest things for the feature is trying to figure out how to put drive in the car but not tighten it up too much. And should have a good car. I don't know where we're going to end up starting, but we're going to have a lot of fun. And I just got to thank these guys. Dwayne Hottinger, he let me run his car, and it's been a lot of fun, and Verizon's on board, so we're having a good time.
You know, it's awful funny, guys. With no mirrors in the car, he definitely knew what lane Kyle Busch was running and seemed to move down there. I don't know if maybe that's a spotter playing into account or if we're going to see that more in the later night.
And here we take a look at the unofficial results. And again, you can tell by the color coding where these teams shake out. And Justin Allgaier representing Riley Hospital, so everybody in the yellow. You can see they had a pretty good run there, and there is the code again. And of course, Team Levine also looking good with Kyle Busch winning here in heat race number 3. It has been fun. Let's take a look at our feature 30-lap starting grid. And you can see it's going to be Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch, Dave Blaney, Clint Boyer, Kenny Schrader, Casey Kane in row 3, Cruz Pedregon and Justin Allgaier in 4, Bill Elliott, Ryan Newman in 5.
It's a pretty bad news looking outside line right there, the way they'll line up. See A.J. Allmendinger, David Ruderman on row 6, Eric Almirola, Jeff Gordon, who had all kinds of problems in the heat race on row 7, Carl Edwards, we just talked to him with Carmichael on row 8, Joey Logano, Bobby Labonte on the next row.
And then we've got Ray Evernham, Kenny Wallace, Denny Hamlin, Travis Pastrana, Tony Kanaan, Ron Capps, and Tony Stewart going to the back for that $50,000 bonus.
Yes.
Ramey and Martin with the music behind us there. Guys who sang the anthem. Well, you can see on the back there, see there where it says Team Levine, Team Riley. I don't know how much you'll be able to see that at home once these cars get going at speed. We'll try and keep you up to date on how the team championship is looking. But right now, everybody down in the Charlotte area has got to be feeling pretty doggone good with Team Levine having the top 3 starters.
But that's a good concept, I think, for your teammates because they're not used to racing with these cars, so that lets them know, hey, this is a teammate of mine.
There is Team Riley, and you can see they are in the yellow.
And of course, we know how teammates have been taking care of each other here lately, so gosh, should be easy, right?
Team St. Jude is in blue, and you'll see that across the top of your screen as we go through the running order. There's Team Cincinnati, and that is red. And then Team Levine, and they're telling me that is cyan. Don't ask a colorblind guy what cyan looks like. It looks like blue to me.
I saw the color, you said the name, I still don't know it.
Okay, then I'm not the only one who doesn't know. All right.
Somebody has lost a tire. I'm not so sure that it didn't. I think that maybe David Rudeman, the 00 car, has lost. Looks like a left front tire. It's rolling down the front stretch right now.
Yeah, there's Rudeman's car, and he's back in turn 4. His tire is literally right across us from here at start finish. And they have tracked it down, and so obviously the checklist, something got missed.
I think we need to explain one thing. You mentioned 30 green flag laps because we don't have all the loops around this racetrack like we do at a NASCAR track. If we have a caution, the lineup is, we go back to the last completed lap at the start finish line is how they'll reset the field.
That's exactly right. Now remember, Smoke, Tony Stewart's going to start all the way at the back of this 27 car field. He is going to be going for his 3rd Prelude win in a row, and that is going to be a tall order. There he is, and there's the front part of the pack over in turn 2.
Unless he's been playing possum, unless he set these guys up, I just don't see it happening tonight.
Dick, what's going on?
Well, they're getting that left front wheel on David Rudeman's car. No question that it was a lug nut problem. The threads seem to be working just fine. The crew is able to finger tight get him on. We hope they get it further than finger tight by the time they send him out again. But this was not a broken wheel. This was missing lug nuts.
My.
So somebody on the crew feeling very bad right now, but at least they're going to be able to get him back out there. They're holding the start of this race.
Well, the good news is they had 15 of them tight.
You're always finding the positives. That's good.
I mean, what do you expect?
Now, he's scheduled to start on the outside of the 6th row, and I would assume when they get him back out there, he should be able to go right back up into that spot.
And I don't think it'll change the mindset any as far as Beek. He's been through this enough times. He knows what's going on. I'm watching out there as they're moving around.
All right. One more time.
Our producer is saying, let's go for it.
And Rowdy Bush, you got a copy on us here, buddy. It's DW.
Can I make a suggestion? Would you try to talk to maybe Tony Stewart again as you did in the heat race?
Hold on a minute. Let me see what I can do. Hey, Smoke, it's DW. You got a copy?
Yeah, but go ahead.
Can you do it from the back there, brother?
For this IMS challenge money, I like preserving my own funds, so to speak. I want to go for this, man. I mean, we've been really good here in the past, and there's some really good guys up there starting off the front couple rows, but it's a 30-lap race. A lot can happen here.
Well, buddy, if anybody can do it, you can. You're the master of this joint. Show us the way.
Well, I don't know if it's going to be the way, but I'm going to show you the way that I'm going to do it, so we'll have fun.
10-4, good luck, bud.
Now, Marty, I was hoping for the perfect television moment there that when he tried to get Tony, Kyle would have answered.
Well, it's not my radio anyway.
Well, our producer, Pam Miller, she finally got it done for us, and everybody in the truck. Thank you, guys, all our camera people, everybody working for free tonight. And it is a blast doing this for charity. As we're about to go green, the pace light is out.
Yeah, the roar you just heard, Dale Jr. did not take the lead. They gave him the 1 to go coming to the green flag.
So we're on the backstretch, and I tell you what, DW, it has been a true pleasure working with the two of you for the first time.
Thank you.
And I did all the starts for the heat races. Why don't you take us to the green flag for the main event?
All right, Marty, and it has been a real thrill to work with you tonight. We really enjoyed it. What a great evening. What a great event. These guys are up in turn 3 and 4. The flagman's got the green flag in his hand. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's get down and dirty, boys.
Boy, look at the run. Kyle Busch, that 18 just shot out of a cannon.
And we got a spinner, Travis Pastrana, down in turn number 1. And everybody in the crowd is not surprised at that.
I'm not going to say shocker.
Poor Travis. Poor Travis. He's got it refired, but he took a dive into turn number 1, and it just wasn't going to happen.
Now, we did not complete a lap, so we will go back to the original way they started the race.
He took a dive, and she took a dump.
See, just a little too hard there. Runs right into the 36.
This is just coming to the green. He hasn't got it yet.
Now, here's where he's going to dive down in there, and whoa, he realized, I think Rudeman's in my way. Here's a second look.
He did a nice job of not running over David Rudiman. I think he may have forgotten that you got to turn down there somewhere.
Well, I think he forgot you got to turn right to go left. He tried to turn left.
Here's from Tony Stewart's onboard.
Smoke's going to get a good view of this, and pushed up the hill there a little bit.
Pace truck is pulling off. We have not completed a lap. The 30-lap main event. A lot of money at stake for 4 worthy children's hospitals. They come out of turn number 4, and this main is green.
I'm going to tell you what, Jimmy Johnson got a much better start that time, and he jumped right up in front of that 18 car.
Oh, and look at Boyer. He tried to go around Blaney on the high side.
Yeah, he got too high and had to stop it.
Big trouble on the back. Got the 4 car wrecked.
Carmichael gets turned. Also another car involved, the 47 of Marcos Ambrose. And again, we do not complete a lap.
So the 2 motorcycle guys already have caused 2 cautions. Pastrana the first one, and now we got Carmichael around on the back along with Marcos Ambrose.
Complete restart again. And there is some damage there to Ricky's car.
Not too much. He might be okay.
Let's take another look at it.
Spun her around here, I think. Ooh, he might have got a little hit there in the left front, though, from Marcus.
And let's go on board with Tony Stewart.
He's had a bird's eye view of this whole deal both times.
Well, as you see what happens there, remember, there's $1 at stake between Ricky Carmichael and Travis Pastrana. Who finishes ahead of the other?
Larry, do you have any words of wisdom for the start of this?
You know what? Yours didn't work. Marty's didn't work. I think I'll try.
Why don't you try?
Why don't you try Kyle Busch again?
I'm going to call him during the race when he's running.
Well, you're on the hot seat.
Yeah,
I believe I can make this work. I think I got a plan.
Let me
like
put it
Kyle
this way.
Busch, I got a plan.
If you don't get us through 1 lap, we're going to bring statistician Russ Thompson, and he's going to call the start.
We will eventually get this, but we get the 1 to go.
I'm not going to do it. I was going to call him on that one. I'm pretty sure he hears me.
And I'm going to tell you what, Jimmy Johnson did not want to see that caution, but he got a great start. And there's Ricky Carmichael on pit road. Dick.
Well, they're jacking the back end of this race car up. I'm going to get myself around to the other side. They're just checking to see how much damage, if any, there is here. Looks like no damage, no problem. They're going to send him back out again.
Yeah, but he better hurry because we're going green this time by. Travis Pastrana is out there, and he is not. So, Larry, we're coming to turn 3. It's all yours.
All right, reach up there and pull those belts tight. Let's get a lap in on the dirt, boys.
Look at that. Look at that sight. All those cars off in the first turn there. Wow.
Jimmy Johnson. Yeah, he got to the top, Marty, but Kyle Busch got a good run. Look at Kyle all the way at the bottom.
Well, guess what? Tony Kanaan spins over in turn number 2.
But we did complete a lap. And now Bobby Labonte's around in turn 4.
What a mess.
The yellow did come out after they crossed start finish, completing lap number 1. We'll wait for the official rule. And there's Bobby in turn 4, Tony in turn 2.
I've been to a bunch of county fairs and some goat ropings, and I ain't never seen anything like this.
The good news is we'll have a single file restart now.
Hold on, let's see if I can get Kyle Busch.
Well, both cars get refired.
Rowdy, it's DW. You got a copy? Let me try another channel. Rowdy, it's DW. You got a copy?
I guess he's not going to answer. Here's what happened. And Tony just goes around in turn 2.
Yeah.
Boys, I've got bad news.
I know what you're getting ready to say.
We didn't complete a lap. We're going green now.
Okay.
That's it. We're going green.
Russ Thompson, our statistician, is shaking his head. No, we're back to green. Uh-oh. This time, Kyle Busch got a good run off of 2.
Now he'll go to the bottom here and try to put that big slide on here coming off the corner.
Look,
if he can.
Look at the way that car hugs the bottom.
Yeah, baby.
Here comes Clint Boyer in that 33 car. He takes 3rd spot away from Blaney. Blaney goes to the bottom.
That bottom's going to come alive.
Blaney holds on to 3rd. Here comes Boyer on the high side. And We finally have a lap in the books.
Yeah, at the sound of the tone, boys, you're on your own now.
I tell you what, Kyle Busch is driving through the infield just like he did in that heat race. Now he moves up the racetrack. There goes Blaney to the bottom.
Clint Boyer coming down right behind Blaney. You can see him there. A little bit further back, it is Casey Kane in that 5 car. Kenny Schrader rounds out your top 6.
If 18 car Kyle Busch, if he's going to get the 48, he's running high in 1 and 2 and low in 3 and 4. That's the hot line.
Take a look at Tony Stewart. He has moved up to 18th from 27th. Let's go back to the battle up front. It is still Jimmy Johnson in front of Kyle Busch, and Jimmy has opened up some ground.
And Jimmy only has one option. Just stay at the top of the racetrack. Regardless of what the 18 does, he's got to stay at the top.
That 48 car, Larry, is hooked. They've got the right setup on him for sure.
Remember, these two are Team Levine, and they are running 1-2 right now. This would be huge for that 45% of the money.
Boy, just saw Jimmy Johnson lose a lot of time in the middle of 3 and 4 that time. Car got up on the cushion, didn't hit the wall, but almost jumped the cushion.
Yeah, honestly, Marty, they're running 1-2-3 right now because Dave Blaney's part of that team with me.
Here comes the 18, Larry, back on the 48. The 48's gotten too high and getting loose.
A little further back.
Got a battle here, boys.
Going for the battle for the lead. There is Kyle on the low side. Jimmy Johnson up high.
And I tell you what, they're about to catch the back of the field, start lapping cars already.
Whoa, I tell you another guy that was coming until he just hit the wall down the back. That 66 car, Dave Blaney running 3rd. But Kyle Busch is going to get by the 48. 48 has used up the right side of his car, hit the wall there a couple of times.
Well, here comes the lap traffic into play. They're going to be on top of Travis Pastrana here in about a corner.
I think this could work to Kyle's advantage because he can get by on the inside and Jimmy's got to have the top.
Yeah, he almost pulled it off right then, but Pastrana is right in front of Kyle Busch. He gets blocked, and Johnson gets a run.
Oh, watch out. There's a slow car.
That's Kenny Wallace in the 36. He's got a flat tire, so Wallace is going to head for pit road.
But that was a perfect whirl for Jimmy Johnson in that 48 car.
18 is faster now, though. The 48 has gotten loose.
And now Busch has gotten to the high side. Blaney's still running 3rd, Boyer 4th.
We got a
Casey
caution.
Kane, we've got a caution.
That's Ron Capps down at the bottom of 1 and 2 in that 28 car.
There you've got a view of him there as, yes, the yellow is out. And let's find out what's happened with Kenny Wallace, Dick.
Well, it's a flat right rear tire. Ironically enough, last year, Kenny Wallace also had a flat tire in the main event. He was running 2nd at the time, and last year he pulled it in, didn't want to go back out again. This year it's early enough in the event, he's going to go back out with a new right rear.
He was our winner back in 2005, and we misidentified it. We thought it was the 28 of Ron Capps. It was the 98 of Ray Evernham.
Ray's had a long night.
Well, that's sort of Ray's perfect record here, you know.
His best finish was in 08 in 16th, and Tony Stewart is 16th right now.
Caution flag really helped him. It closed up some of that distance.
Let's go back and show you some of this action where Trappett with the lappers came into play. There they were side by side, and boy, Jimmy makes the best move going high.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Kyle Busch had him right there until he got behind those cars.
Yeah, he had no choice. He had to abort that low line, though, because he was going to be trapped behind the 11 car. Pastrana's got some big trouble.
Yeah, let's check in with Dick.
Well, it's another flat tire. This one's the left rear on Travis Pastrana's car. Crew getting ready to change it. They're trying to find the tire they want to put on it. Right now, there is no replacement tire here. Here it comes.
So there is the new tire, and of course he'll fall to the rear of the field. We can tell you that Ricky Carmichael is 23rd right now, so in that internal battle, Carmichael is leading again.
Uh-oh, Larry.
There's the restart cone. Again, you have to stay in a single file to the right-hand side of that cone as far as till you get to the start-finish line. So Kyle Busch, really, you can't get a jump coming off turn 4. You can just stay with the guy in front of you. We're about a third of the way through this 30-lapper, 10 down.
And the lights are out on the pace truck And let's get a quick update on Tony Kanaan. Dick?
Well, he's in the pits with a flat left rear tire, a real spate of flat tires. This one caused by a bent wheel. Kanaan was into somebody or somebody was into him.
Yeah, we could see the damage on that left rear. Here we go. Green flag is out. We're back to racing. Remember, you got to be on the outside of the cone. Wow, Kyle just made it.
I think Kyle forgot about the cone for a minute. Oh, somebody hit the cone. I think it was Caps. He's got the cone hung under his car.
Well,
Caps is now a cone head.
Caution's out. The yellow is out, and I think Caps knows he's got an issue. Yeah, there's damage to the right front corner.
Yeah, you'll see the rope.
There's the rope.
Rope and everything. You'll see the rope. You'll see the cone.
Well, and the guy who runs that cone isn't going to be happy with Ron now.
I'm just glad he didn't hold on to the rope.
That's about the only thing I think Caps had to hit was the cone. He got it now.
Here we go. Take a look. Keep an eye on the cone.
There she goes.
Oops. You know, in drag racing, when you hit the cones, you're disqualified.
Oh, okay. And I know when Caps came by that time, the cone guy was chasing him down the front stretch. He couldn't get him to stop.
The cone's tucked up underneath there. There it is.
I haven't heard anything.
And there,
that guy is hot right there.
Hey,
that guy is dick.
I want my cone.
Maybe the only cone they have, so they have to get the cone back.
You, come here now.
All right, they finally got him to stop, and now they got to figure out if they can get it.
Well, you know that rope's got to be all wrapped around the rear end housing or whatever else. You know, maybe even the drive pole. Oh boy.
Well, according to Russ Thompson, right now, based on the running order, Cincinnati leads Team Riley 43-45, but boy, the top 3 spots are held by Team Levine, so we're going to have to, obviously, somewhere down lower in the field. They're not doing quite as well with a couple of their other drivers.
Well, I think the reason they got a mess right there is what they got.
You know what? I'd forget the cone.
But Marty, I think the reason Team Levine is you got Marcos Ambrose, Pastrana, and then David Ruderman that are running well down. So here we go, restart.
Yeah, they're 17th, 18th, and 19th for Team Levine.
This is more or less. See, no cone now. They get right.
Goes Kyle Busch, the 18 at the bottom, but here comes Blaney in the 66 on the high side.
Oh, yeah. Did you see Boyer tried the low line and cost him a position? Kane got around him for 4th.
The low side here on 3 and 4 is good. It's not that good in 1 and 2.
Marty, you're right. Pretty impressive as we got a car around over there. And in fact, he's lost a tire. I believe that's Kenny Wallace.
It's Kenny Wallace, and boy, that tire's coming back across the track. Look out, guys.
Boys. Good grief, how many? That's the second wheel we've seen come off tonight.
And remember, he was just in the pits a second ago getting a tire change. But Marty, you just had mentioned Casey Kane. Just remember, other than a couple of practice laps, first laps he's getting in this backup car, and he's sitting there in the 4th position.
And he said he really liked it. He said it's a little better than the one he had.
Well, it is definitely hauling the mail right now as he is moved up. Matt, what's the latest on the now ill-fated cone?
Marty, an update on the cone gate. We have a cone and a new rope, so it's going to be an entirely new restart for Kyle Busch next time they come back to green as he's walking the cone guy.
My gosh, he's getting it. I don't think he's a lot further over here toward the wall than he was.
He made sure he didn't even put it in place till Caps was completely by it under caution.
We got to get this poor guy's name. I mean, we've had fun with him, but we ought to give him his due. I mean, he's takes his job very seriously, obviously.
He's not very happy, I know that. I'm going to tell you, next time somebody hits my cone, they're coming in, black flag them.
It's the most famous cone in all of motorsports right now.
See, Larry, I think he's got it out too far. I think he's going to have to pull it back a little bit. There's hardly enough room to get a car through there. Oh, he's going to get on Caps right now. He's going to say, look here, fella.
He's giving directions. Explain once again why the cone.
Well, the reason you have the cone is to keep them in single file until you cross the start-finish line where the green flag is waved. They don't want them. If they didn't have the cone, Marty, I think they'd be 5 wide going through 3 and 4 coming to take the green.
Well, they were. The cone was not there the last restart, and you saw what it looked like. It looked like a gold rush going down to turn 1. I kind of like it without the cone myself.
Well, we found out the name of the man who is in charge of the cone, Rob Blackfoot. And Rob, when you look back on this, we're not making fun of you. We're having fun with you, buddy. It's
yeah, we're not laughing at you. We're laughing with you, man.
Poor guy is now he's still trying to get somebody.
I think it's Jeff Gordon is out of something's wrong here around. No, it's not
a little
Jeff
further
Gordon.
back.
Got somebody in Alice. You.
47.
Whoa, gosh almighty, almost got run over that time. Man,
that's a dangerous job.
Somebody hook a rope to him and pull him off the track. Goodness gracious, he's going to get run over.
All right, lights out on the pace truck. We have completed 10 official laps of the 30. Let's reset it for you. It's Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch, Dave Blaney, Clint Boyer, and Casey Kane, your top 5. And we're back to green flag racing.
Tightening up in the front right now, that 66 car. Looking pretty good.
Got trouble on the front straightaway, though. Several cars get into it. Ron Capps and Ricky Carmichael, and there is a lot of damage to Carmichael's number 4.
Now, Capps drove away, but Carmichael is still sitting there. As you can see, a lot of damage to the rear of that car.
You know, we've been on 10 laps for 30 minutes now.
Is it Thursday yet?
It's getting close.
All right. Well, we're going to find out if he's going to be able to continue, because remember, there's that huge $1 bet between he and Travis Pastrana.
I don't know. I'm going to chip in a little bit and just go ahead and pay that off. These guys.
Guys, I'm going to tell you who the biggest mover in this race has been is Denny Hamlin in that 11 car. He started back in the 24th position. He has now cracked the top 10 up to the 8th spot, so he has passed a lot of cars in 10 laps.
And Tony Stewart's still in 16th position. He made most of that up in the very first run. There is the $1 that's up for grabs between Pastrana and Ricky Carmichael.
Pastrana right now looks like he's about the 4th car from the end. Of course, Carmichael is all the way at the back.
There's a movie about what it called Trading Places. You bet $1 or something.
It was, yeah.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
The Blues Brothers.
I think that's a different movie.
Dan Aykroyd, anyway.
All right, well, let's get ready for the restart here. Can we make it past lap number 10? It again is Jimmy Johnson in front of Kyle Busch, Dave Blaney.
So my question is, what if you hit the cone? Do they black flag you?
Well, I'm not sure on that, but Jimmy Johnson, he got a well of a lead. Here comes Blaney in the 66 to the bottom. He may slide up in front of him, not quite.
No, but he's got that line working. That 66 car is pretty darn good.
And he's trying it again, can't get it done.
He just can't get off the corner.
Turn 2 is kind of a tough spot.
By the way, the answer to your question is yes. You hit the cone, black flag.
Now it looks like Clint Boyer in that 33 car. He has started to work the bottom. But guys, the car on the move. We talked about him before that restart. Denny Hamlin in the 11. He's up there battling for the 6th position now.
And he's running right against the inside wall there. Look where he is. He is pinned to the bottom.
Casey,
making good time.
Casey Kane in that number 5, and he's now been passed. Next victim, Kenny Schrader, the 11 car of Denny Hamlin. Look at how low he is able to run.
And look at him come up off the corner. I mean, really accelerates out of the hole. Strong off of both corners.
He's the only car I've seen that can make a pass on the bottom and keep the momentum off the corner.
He's about to do it again. He's right on the bottom of the racetrack. Schrader holding on to the position by a hair as we are up to the halfway mark this time by.
Okay, well, it's an official race now.
I tell you what, guys, what I've been watching with Kyle Busch in the 18, I think we'll see it down here in 3 and 4, how deep he drives it in the corner.
Nope.
I think the 48 car, Larry, gets loose after they run a few laps, and the 18 seems to get better. Long run, short run, that doesn't seem possible. Who is that, Kanaan?
Tony Kanaan is into the wall.
My goodness.
Looks like there might be some damage on it this time.
And he had actually been in the pit area for a number of laps. He came out just before that last restart.
Trying to get it to move. I'm not sure he's going to be able to. Here comes the push truck.
I truly believe these cautions are Denny Hamlin's best friend too, because it just puts him closer to the front. He's now up into the 6th position in that 11 car.
Can't see.
Don't forget about our buddy Tony Stewart. He's moved up to
13th.
13th from the back.
Yep, from 27th to 13th. Halfway through this 30-lap main event. The next target for him will be Bill Elliott in the 21. But I'm still trying to figure out if they can get Tony. Yeah, they've got him refired and he has gotten back out, so the damage not too severe.
So that's the thing about a car on dirt. You can just slide it in, we can slide around, spin it out, slide into the wall. It doesn't kill it. You can keep on going.
Well, he's got damage to the right rear corner of the 11.
Yeah, he got his spoiler jacked up in the air a little bit more. Give him some more downforce.
Well, he's used to a lot of downforce.
And we've got 25 of our 27 cars that started out on the track. Green flag.
Here we go.
Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch, Clint Boyer, Dave Lenny, Kenny Schrader.
Whoa, Schrader ran Hamlin all the way down the inside wall. Nobody wrecked, but that killed Hamlin's momentum.
I think it may have killed his car, too. I'm not sure he didn't hurt it.
Hamlin's back to 7th.
Schrader wasn't going to get that spot up easy. No, Hamlin's okay.
You're on board with Carl Edwards. He's right behind Hamlin. He too running that low line now. I'll tell you what, Jimmy Johnson's got himself a race car right now. Kyle Busch has not been able to reel him in.
Seems like after a few laps Kyle can get to him, but Jimmy's a little bit better.
Kyle got up into the wall that time in 1 and 2. That really brought Boyer in that 33 right up to his rear bumper.
Boyer going to try the low line, heading through 3 and 4. Kyle's up on the outside. Who's going to come out ahead? It'll be Kyle.
Boyer's got it set up here pretty good tonight, hasn't he, Larry?
Yeah, he has. Now he went to the high side. Yeah, that's right. That's Clint Boyer's car up there leading the race.
Boyer's car's pulling away.
We've completed now 19 laps this time by. It is still Jimmy Johnson in front. The top 5 have not changed.
With 10 to go, and if we stay green like a while ago, boy, Johnson let it get awfully high that time. We will catch the back of the pack again.
Yeah, Tony Kanaan's about a corner away. You can see it right there on your screen. Johnson down that back straightaway, on board with Tony Stewart.
Tony Stewart right now just broke into the top 10. If they got another caution or two, that car is doing a really nice job, and he is rim riding like he always does.
Yeah, the car looks good. Car really goes through the middle of the corner, but he's only got 9 laps to get it done.
Yeah, he's going to have some help here pretty quick.
Yeah, if this stays green, as race leader Jimmy Johnson has cleared the 11 of Tony Kanaan.
But even if he doesn't, just think he started dead last in the field. Got a car smoking. It's Algar. Down the back, got a car.
It's Justin Allgaier.
Like the engine may have let go, and that thing is smoking pretty bad.
It's definitely something mechanical on that 12 car.
So a tough break for Allgaier because he had been looking very good throughout hot laps and into qualifying.
A lot of smoke out from the hood of that baby.
So we have 21 laps complete, and you mentioned that Smoke needed some help. He just got it.
He just got it, and the car looks pretty fast. There's oil somewhere because I smell it.
I would assume that's coming from that 12
car. From the 12 car, yeah.
Well, Allgaier has made it to pit road. There is the oil.
Oh, man.
Oh, baby.
Tell you who else just pulled into the pit area was Ryan Newman in that 39 car. Goes behind the wall, at least to the attention. You can see all the oil right there.
Tell you, these engines, they put out a lot of power, and they work hard on these tracks. They spin the tires a lot of high RPM.
Let's get an update on what's going on with the 39, Steve.
Well, they're changing the left rear tire here. It looks like they're going to make a chassis adjustment. They are definitely making a chassis adjustment. I see him reaching into the coilover and cranking some rounds into it. Looks like puts a wedge in the car. It just must be too loose for Ryan tonight.
All right, with 9 laps to go, remember that the winning team picks up the bonus money, 45% of it for their charity, and it would be Team Levine right now, as their 5 drivers have done very well, and they would be taking home 45% of the money for Levine Children's Hospital down in the Charlotte area. Second place gets 25%, and that would right now be going to Cincinnati. And then the other two, St. Jude and Riley, would split 15% each. All right, we've got 21 down, 9 to go. It's still Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch, Clint Boyer, Dave Blaney, and Denny Hamlin. Boy, Denny on the low side trying to get around, and can he get the position?
Bad start.
Caution's out. Actually, I think Ryan Newman may have spun back there on the back straightaway in the 39 car.
They're not bashful about waving off starts, though. If Flagman doesn't like the way they restart, he can throw the caution right back out.
There's Ryan as he's trying to get refired. Let's go back and take another look, see what happened. Oh, well, it was Carmichael first.
Well, I wonder if that oil had anything to do with it.
I do believe
like
they're spinning in the oil.
Looks like they might have gotten in that oil back there the way it just spun around.
And while this is going on, we'll tell you the 75 of Cruz Pedregon has taken it to pit road.
No question what caused Newman to spin was when Carmichael spun.
Yeah, I think that oil, you see the stay dry there. I think even on dirt, that oil played a part in that.
And there's a quick glimpse at Cruz, a tough break for him. It looks like his night might be over. We're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. It's still Jimmy Johnson.
We're running out of time here, too. If you got anything now, you better start using it.
Clint Boyer's trying the bottom, trying to make it work against Kyle Busch. Can't get it done.
There's Denny Hamlin, that 11 car, moved up into the 4th spot, and he's doing it on the bottom of the racetrack.
Well, I'll tell you what I wish, Larry. I wish this was a 50-lapper. Tony Stewart could take this thing if it's a 50-lapper.
Contact between the 18 and the 33, Kyle Busch and Clint Boyer. Boyer gotten right up alongside of him. They had a nice look. You see the damage on the 33. And here comes Hamlin closing on the 33.
Yeah, Denny Hamlin's the only car that can get any kind of a bite off the bottom. You see it right there.
Yeah, he can really dig. And look at that Schrader go by on the outside.
3 wide.
Yes, sir.
And it's going to be Denny Hamlin. I think it's going to come out the big winner at the other end. Here they come. Hamlin shown in front of the other two. He takes over third. And here comes Boyer back.
And his Cup teammate, Kyle Busch, the 18, keeps working the bottom. He knows that's the only way he can even get to the 48 car.
Yeah, the 48 is just perfectly matched for the track conditions right now.
He is still running now in 4th. You see everybody go by. We got 5 laps remaining. Jimmy Johnson has been in control from the start. Here's the best battle right now. Schrader on the high side, Hamlin down low.
Hey, Jimmy Johnson can just get off a turn 2. No one else gets off of the corner like he does.
We'll
really
update you. Tony Stewart's now running in 9th position. The laps are running out.
And I think with 3 to go, other than Kanaan, Jimmy Johnson may not catch the back of the pack.
Four laps to go. Oh, we got a car in the wall on the inside of turn 2, and it's Ricky Carmichael.
No caution. Whoa.
No caution now.
Oh, gosh, did you see that?
With Kyle Busch and Clint Boyer.
Oh, my gosh. What a deal. That was a slide job supremo.
We'll have to wait to see what race officials determine. I think it'll go back.
I think it'll go back because the caution was out.
Yeah, it goes back to the last completed lap.
But I hope we got a replay of that. You got to see this. This is just a beautiful job right here. See Boyer on the bottom, and I mean, he just goes across. That's a slide job, folks.
And you can see the yellow lights are out. Let's go on board with Kyle. And get ready.
Yeah, get ready right there.
You can see the cautions already on and out before they got to the finish line, I do believe, though.
Yep.
27 laps are complete. We'll have 3 to go.
Green, white checkers every week.
Tony Stewart is now up to 8th position. I don't think he's going to get it done, but what a valiant effort.
What a drive from the rear.
But I'm going to tell you the car I want to watch, because he has now made his way to the 4th position, all the way starting in 25th. Denny Hamlin, that 11 car. Nobody's been running his groove. He's been right around the bottom of the wall.
We're about to find out, as Ricky Carmichael has gotten refired and is back at the back of the field. And right now, Ricky Carmichael is shown in 22nd position. Travis Pastrana is shown in 23rd. And let's see, Pastrana's completed 25 laps. Ricky's completed 26 of the 27. So that's why they are in those positions. So I think the dollar is safely in Carmichael's hands if he could just hold on for 3 more laps. Let's see.
There'll be a little dispute there between the 5 and the 9.
Yeah, Casey Kane and Ken Schrader, but the green flag's out.
Whoa, this is going to be close.
This is going to be close.
I didn't have a good feeling about our cone.
Oh, the cone got it. There goes the cone.
And there's the caution.
I thought that might happen.
Jeff Gordon spun out in turn 4 on the restart, guys. That's why the caution came out.
Goodness gracious.
And I don't know who's got the cone this time. Poor. David Rudiman's got it. Let's go on board and show you what happened with the 24.
Somebody got crossed up in front of him, and he spun to keep running into him.
We did get David Rudiman stopped first time by. I don't think this is going to be near as hard to retrieve as a while ago. There you see Jeff Gordon going behind the wall. I think he's probably going to call it tonight. A lot of damage to that car.
So Jeff out of the event with 3 laps remaining.
Rudiman has not been the lucky dog tonight.
At all.
Still 3 laps remaining. And Jimmie Johnson, remember, his best finish ever here in the Prelude has been 8th. All of his dirt experience, quite honestly, has been off-road.
And actually hit the wall hard right near the end of practice. And those guys had to change the spindle, do a lot of repair work. He had to go out there and qualified right up near the front.
Yep.
Been solid.
All right, let's reset it for you because the lights are out. It is Jimmie Johnson, Kyle Busch, Clint Boyer, Denny Hamlin, Kenny Schrader. That is your top 5. And this time by, there'll be 3 laps remaining.
Big Kenny's doing a nice job tonight.
Hey guys, the cone has been retired.
They just gave
Good.
up on it.
I don't like the. Oh, we got a car spun on the back again.
The 44 of Bobby Labonte has turned it around in turn number 3, but they're going green. This could get dicey.
That wasn't a good idea right there. Bobby, oh no, Bobby's going up in front of these guys.
There you can see Bobby from the high side, and they finally get the yellow out. A good move by track officials.
Yeah, the last time Bobby did that, there was only 1 car coming at him.
Yeah.
This time, the whole field.
And Darrell, without the cone, trust me, they used all the front straightaway coming to the restart.
I like it. Get rid of that cone.
Well, we'll try it again. Still 3 laps remaining. Let's look at the positive. Everybody at home is getting their money's worth tonight on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look from Kyle Busch's car. A little bit of contact here on this restart.
Oh, yeah.
I think Boyer's one of the ones that took advantage of no cone.
Well, I guarantee you Kyle won't let that happen again.
Nope.
Here we
Happened
go.
to me once, not my fault.
Here we go. No cone, and we're going to go 3 wide, 4. Yeah, here we come.
Kyle Busch got a good run on the bottom. Let's see if Johnson can get that run off the high side. He will. Barely slides in front of Kyle Busch.
Yeah, Kyle just can't get off of that corner, turn 2 at all. Right now, he's pretty good in 3 and 4, though.
Look at Clint Boyer on the low line, going for 2nd underneath Kyle from high above.
We'll tell you what, Jimmie Johnson better not open that door on the high side for that 18 car.
Oh, another spin and contact between the 28 of Capps and the 00 of Rudiman, and the yellow is out. We will have 2 laps remaining.
This may go on all night.
And Rudiman's taken his car to pit road, and I have a feeling Capps will be doing likewise. Nope, he's going to stay out. Let's go back and take another look.
Just the Capps is down underneath Rudiman. Man, look at that. Rudiman's almost, he's up in the air. They're crawling all over each other.
2 cars going for 1 spot, and it wouldn't work.
Great job by everybody else to avoid those 2.
Well, here we go. Marty, we're going to try it again.
Capps did stay out. It is Jimmie Johnson, Kyle Busch, Clint Boyer, Denny Hamlin, Kenny Schrader. That's your top 5. And there is the team championship right now. Team Levine would win by 2, and everybody diving for the bottom.
Carl Edwards just got a heck of a run. He came from nowhere.
I'm gonna tell you what, Kyle Busch, he can't get off the corner.
If he can get off of there, he can
But
do
here
it.
comes Boyer on the inside.
And look at the 99 of Edwards. Here comes Boyer.
And Boyer's going to put the big slide job on him. He does.
White flag, last lap. Here we go. Who's going to win it?
And Carl's down on the bottom digging. Come on, boys.
It's Boyer in second, but it looks like it's all Jimmie Johnson. Before tonight, his best finish was 8th in the Prelude. Tonight, Jimmie Johnson's going to take home the checkers.
Pretty impressive.
Clint Boyer second, Carl Edwards third, Kyle Busch fourth, Denny Hamlin fifth, and Tony Stewart all the way up to 6th.
Good thing it wasn't a 50-lapper, that's all I can say.
That was a pretty good run by Carl Edwards. He started back in the 17th position to finish 3rd.
When they got rid of the cone, Carl took advantage of that.
Were off.
Carl was past about 5 of them coming to get the green.
Look at Jimmie Johnson. I'll tell you what, this is going to be one happy interview.
Can you do a burnout in a dirt car?
We're going to find out. Just don't ding it up now.
No, don't. Oh man, don't go that way. No, don't go that way.
Yeah, the car is not designed to turn to the right.
Man, that one is. That sucker's going, baby. Johnson is on it tonight, wasn't he, Larry?
Yes, he was. I mean,
look at him.
The green flag.
He's still coming.
All right, we're doing the tally on the team championship.
We know Jimmie Johnson won the battle. I guess we'll have to see which team won the war. What a race, though.
That was great.
And we may have had a lot of cautions, but it was worth it. And there is Tony Stewart. What a run from dead last all the way back to 6th.
This is a car that they really had to search with today. He never was completely right, but that was quite a run to come from the back.
But team, you know, Tony just did an amazing job. I watched him. He had that eye line working like he always does, but nobody had anything for Jimmie Johnson tonight.
See right there, powered by dads. There's 480 names of dads, including Gary Johnson, Jimmy's dad, on that race car.
And in honor of Father's Day coming up a couple of weeks.
Yep, June 20th. And we'll give an early Happy Dad's Day to everybody out there. You know, you were right, though, DW. If this was a 50-lapper, that 14 car would have won.
I dare you.
All right, it is Team Levine from Charlotte. They're going to take home 45%. And by 1 point, St. Jude's in Memphis will get 25% of the money. And Cincinnati and Riley will each get 15% of all the money raised. And it is going to be multiple 6 figures.
Several attempts at a Prelude victory. And Jimmie Johnson, almost 500 fathers on his special paint scheme tonight, powered by dads. You've had a lot of special victories. What does this one mean for your racing resume?
Man, this is big. This is so much fun and such a challenge to drive these cars and to come out here and race against these guys. I can't believe it. I'm so stoked, so happy. I can't thank Lowe's enough for sponsoring this car and these 480 dads that are on the side of this car. Happy Father's Day, all of them. I'm going to be a father before long, and pretty cool thing tonight. I'm very, very proud of this.
A big win for you, even bigger win for Team Levine as they took the championship. And by the way, here comes your car over.
Thanks, buddy. Good job. That's awesome. I can't thank Clint enough. I had his dad spotting for me tonight, which was pretty cool. And just in general, I can't get over it. This event is a lot of fun. I can't thank Tony enough for putting this on each year. And the Levine's Hospital is going to get a bunch of money.
All right, congratulations.
Right on. Thank you. Hey, baby.
And he is dead right about that. Levine Hospital going to pick up the 45% lion's share of the bonus money, or all the money's raised through tonight's pay-per-view. All the other donations made by the list that you saw earlier on the screen.
Yeah, happy for my folks down in St. Jude's. They're buddies of mine, and great job tonight. They get a little chunk of the change. That's good for them.
All right, there's a smile on Tony Stewart. He should be smiling. What a great evening, a whole day, actually. Here are the unofficial results And you can see through the top 10, we know how the top 5 ended up. Tony Stewart 6, Dave Blaney, Casey Kane, Kenny Schrader, and Bill Elliott
How
up
about
to 10.
Awesome Bill hung in there and got a top 10, but Tony Stewart, I was watching him the whole time, and what a show he put on.
11 through 20 from Allmendinger through Labonte, Logano, Almirola, Marcos Ambrose, Ryan Newman, Ray Evernham, Matt Kenseth, Ricky Carmichael, and Ron Capps. And yep, Travis Pastrana 23rd. That means Ricky beat Travis again.
For $1.
For $1.
Yeah, you saw Ryan Newman back there. Of course, he came to the pits for adjustments. Kind of really disappointed. Thought Ryan was really going to be a lot stronger tonight. Yep.
And Dick, you've caught up with Carl Edwards.
Yeah, from 17th to 3rd. Carl, you passed an awful lot of cars tonight. What was the best place for you? Top, bottom, where?
The bottom was great. The bottom was really good after they got rid of that cone. you could pass people. Just got to thank Stacy Holmes here, Holmes Excavating. Stacy owns this car, and we messed around with everything we could, and then we put the same setup on we had when we won the thing, and it went really fast. Got to thank Aflac and just everybody for coming on board. This is such a great cause, and all the fans for buying the pay-per-view, and you guys for coming out here. It's pretty fun. I know Jimmy over there is having a good time. It's one of the best feelings in the world to win this race.
What a night it's been. We've already talked to the overall winner. Now it's time to present the team hardware. Josh Levine, brand manager from Gillette. You've got a handful of some cool stuff.
I do. On behalf of Gillette, I'm proud to present this check and this trophy to the captain of the winning team of Team Levine, Kyle Busch, for the 2010 Gillette Fusion Pro Glide Prelude to the Dream.
Congratulations, KB.
Yeah. Well, at least I won something. Jimmy won the race, but I won being team captain. So, you know, this is pretty cool. You know, real fun to come out here and race against these guys and in these cars and at Tony's track. So real special night. And of course for Team Levine and all the proceeds, or not all, but our section of the proceeds going to those guys, you know, JD Gibbs and Taylor and those guys, you know, and for how much they've gone through. It's really a special touch. And so a lot of fun. I can't thank Gillette and the Gillette Young Guns enough, of course, and NOS Energy Drink, and congrats to Jimmy on winning, and of course Team Levine.
You know, for all the fans that are home, and there were a lot of Prelude parties all across America, you put on a heck of a battle with Jimmy.
Well, I tried. I couldn't get there, you know. I was just too loose, unfortunately. But had a great car. It was a fast car. It was a lot of fun to drive, and just I can never get enough up alongside of him to worry him and then to kind of pull a slide job on him. But there at the end, Boyer pulled one on me, and I fell back. So unfortunately, I didn't get a win, but we got a good run and had fun. And of course, proceeds going to Levine's cool.
All right, well, congratulations on the team win tonight. And I'll tell you what, a great night for the folks from Gillette. Jimmy with the trophy, and we're going to walk on over here to the track promoter. Oh, I get hit by the razor. Well, Smoke, 20,000 plus fans. These guys all had a great time. You can't wipe a smile off their face. What a win-win for so many people here tonight, but especially for children's hospitals.
Yeah, and thank all the fans that have been braving this weather. This has been a tough day, I know, and a tough night last night for all the people that camped here and all the people that are watching. This is a lot of work by a lot of people. I'm one that probably does the least amount of work of the group, but what an awesome job Jimmy did, and to watch Kyle and him battle it out. And I was a little busy tonight myself from the back there, but I'm pretty happy with catching up to 6th.
What a night for so many people, and we especially thank all the people that showed up here tonight, 20,000 plus fans to watch a great show. But we really appreciate you folks at home who bought our pay-per-view event. Without you, we couldn't put on this event, and so many kids all across America could not benefit tonight without your help. So we appreciate all you've done, and once again, we'll see you next year at the 2011 Gillette Prelude to the Dream.
Tantalizing, dangerous curves are